In a small compound in the heart of the city, there lived a widow named Ngozi. She had nothing, no husband, no savings, no one to lean on. But she had Emeka, her only son, her reason for waking up every morning. After her husband died, Ngozi took every job she could find. She washed clothes for wealthy families. She sold firewood at the roadside. She went to bed hungry on nights she could not count, just so Emeka could stay in school. Her neighbor Chukwudi was a commercial driver. A quiet, hard-working man who owned his own vehicle and ran daily trips between the city and nearby towns. He was not rich, but he was comfortable. And he was kind. On days when Ngozi had nothing, Chukwudi's wife would leave a cover plate at her door without knocking. They never made it a big thing. That was just the kind of people they were.
For years, the two families lived side by side in peace. Then one afternoon, QD, over something as small as a fence boundary porting, everything changed.
Words were exchanged. Then more words. Then Chukwudi's wife said something in front of the entire compound that cut Ngozi so deeply she could not breathe. She did not cry that night. She just sat in the dark. Still. Silent. The kind of silence that is more dangerous than noise. Ngozi could not sleep for days. The humiliation replayed in her mind every hour. She had sacrificed everything, her youth, her health, her hunger, and this woman had stood in front of neighbors and treated her like she was nothing.
She told no one. She packed a small bag and boarded a bus. She traveled 3 hours to a remote village where a powerful herbalist was known to do things that could not be explained.
She sat before him in a dim room that smelled of earth and something older than either of them. She gave him Chukwudi's full name, his description, his vehicle plate number. She was specific, precise, deliberate. I want him to have an accident on his way home, she said. Only the driver must die. The passengers must survive. I do not want innocent blood on my hands. The herbalist was quiet for a long time. Then he collected her money, 150,000 naira. Everything she had saved. He looked at her only once before she left and said, "What you send into the world always finds its way back to its owner." She did not respond. She walked out into the evening air and boarded a bus back home. Meanwhile, 8 hours away, Emeka was packing his bags. He had done it. After 6 years of struggling through university, after hawking pure water on campus roads during holidays, after driving delivery vehicles for a bottled water factory just to pay his fees and feed himself, he had finally graduated. First class. He had called no one. He wanted to surprise his mother. He wanted to walk through that compound gate and watch her face. He could not wait to get home. That evening Chukwudi loaded his vehicle for his last trip of the day. As he drove through the motor park he saw a young man struggling with 2 heavy bags and a wide smile. He looked closer. Emeka. He stopped the vehicle and pressed the horn. Emeka turned and his face broke into laughter. He ran to the window. "Uncle Chukwudi. I don't believe it. Emeka, my son. When did you arrive? Where are you coming from?" "I just graduated, sir. First class. I am heading home to surprise my mother." Chukwudi felt something rise in his chest. He thought about all the years he had watched Ngozi struggle. All the covered plates his wife had left at that door. All the school fees he knew she somehow always found. "Enter," he said. "I will drive you home. Free of charge. Today is a celebration." Emeka laughed and threw his bags in. Then he stopped. "Uncle, let me drive. You have been walking since morning." Chukwudi shook his head. "You drive? Do you even know how?" "Sir," Emeka said with a grin, "I drove factory trucks for 2 years to pay my fees. I think I can manage your small car. The passengers in the back laughed. Chukudi looked at him, this boy he had watched grow up, and felt something like pride. He stepped out and tossed him the keys. Don't scratch my vehicle, oh, he said. Emeka smiled. Trust me, uncle. He adjusted the seat, checked the mirrors, and pulled out of the motor park. They never made it home. Ngozi was in her room when she heard the commotion outside. Voices. Running feet. Someone crying. She came to her door and saw neighbors gathering. She saw Chukwudi's wife with her wrapper half-tied, eyes red. Her heart did something strange, something she would be ashamed of forever. It lifted. She arranged her face into sadness and walked toward them slowly. What happened? She asked softly. Ngozi, a neighbor said. Chukwudi had an accident on the expressway. It was very bad. She pressed her hand to her chest. You and Chukwudi. He survived. He was in the passenger seat. Something small and wicked moved across her face for just a fraction of a second before she killed it. Thank God, she whispered. And the driver? The compound went completely silent. Chukwudi's wife looked at her with an expression she could not read. Ngozi, she said quietly. The driver was Emeka. Your son. The word stopped. He did not make it. Ngozi opened her mouth. What came out was not a mother's scream. It was something else entirely. No. That is not possible. I told him only the driver should die. I specified. The passengers. The passengers were supposed to survive. No one moved. Every person in that compound heard exactly what she said. Chukwudi's wife took one slow step backward. A neighbor whispered, what did she just say? And Ngozi, in her devastation, in her madness, in the collapse of everything, did not even realize what she had confessed. 3 days later at Emeka's burial, a sealed envelope arrived. It had been posted 2 weeks before his death. His handwriting on the front, for Mama. Open when I get home. Or open without me if I am late. Either way, read it. Ngozi's hands shook as she opened it at his graveside. Mama. I know you cannot see it yet, but everything is about to change. I have accepted a job in Abuja. My first salary, I am moving you out of that compound. No more fighting with neighbors over fences and foolish boundaries. No more struggling. No more hunger. I am coming home first so I can see your face before anything else. Just wait for me. I am almost there. She folded the letter slowly. She looked at the grave. And for the first time since it happened, she did not scream. She made no sound at all. Because there are some things too heavy even for grief. The man she had paid to destroy, Chukwudi, was the one who identified Emeka's body. Who paid for the mortuary? Who bought the casket? Who dug the grave? He never said a word to her about what she confessed. He just did what he had always done. He was kind. The herbalist was right. What you send into the world always finds its way back to its owner.